Superstar Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence has tested positive for the coronavirus. Lawrence will miss this Saturday's game against Boston College. He is isolating with mild symptoms. He released a statement on Twitter. Here's what he said. Quote, I have tested positive for COVID-19. My symptoms have been relatively mild while I'm following the protocol from Clemson and the ACC. The only thing that hurts is missing an opportunity to be with my teammates this weekend and play the game I love. I hate that I can't be there, but I'll be watching from isolation and pulling for our guys while I wait for the opportunity to rejoin the team. God bless and go Tigers.
So turn the page. That means DJ Uiagalelei is getting his first career start. And when Dabo Swinney found out the news about Trevor Lawrence, the first person he saw was DJ in the quarterback room watching film. This young man is a film junkie. They say he is completely prepared for this moment and that they are not going to back off of their game plan. They trust him.
This young man has worked hard. When I hear a guy that has that kind of talent, coach, is also a gym rat, that's a dangerous combination. So I think we're all, at least on this set, we're all fired up to see what number 5 can do tonight. By the way, James Skalski, just as big of a deal on the defensive side of the ball, also out for this game just for an injury, but he's out. So I think you're going to see an incredibly motivated team. This quarterback has all the skills. You're going to see that when you watch this game.
Tonight was supposed to be the night the current face of college football had his moment in this legendary spot. But Trevor Lawrence is out, replaced by the uber-talented true freshman DJ Uiagalelei, trying to get Dabo Swinney's Clemson Tigers a 37th consecutive regular season win.
The number in Vegas is way too high. I 10.5, 11 points is what I've been seeing. I think that's ridiculous. I just think that these are two evenly matched quality teams, and they're not going to let each other get that kind of distance.
Notre Dame's offense is just going to line up and say, here we come. And the offensive line is going to say, we've carried this team all year. Get on our back. And they're just going to pound it into the end zone.
We're kind of saying it all week. Well, our 11 guys will be there. You know what I mean? Like, the guys we are going to play with will be there, and that's what matters. But I'm excited that all those guys are back. And, we can play them and have all those people, be quiet once the game's over and we get this win.
Uiagalelei firing deep ball downfield. Cornell Powell with the catch for the touchdown. First down, shot play territory, and Cornell Powell, who was the favored target of DJ last week, hooks up here for a 53-yard score.
But not sorry. This is a long time coming.
I want to call him tonight and talk to him about what he thought about Dabo Swinney. Oh my God, this little whiner baby.
It's still Clemson, and I don't care. And the whole notion of, if anybody says it well, they beat him without Trevor Lawrence. They topped him in third downs. They topped him in turnovers. They beat him on the offensive line. They beat him on the defensive line. They won special teams decisive. I understand Trevor Lawrence is great, but Notre Dame beat the crap out of him.
Notre Dame's going to win in the trenches. I think that they're going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be able to contain Clemson's run, and that includes Trevor Lawrence and what people think he's going to be able to do in the zone read game, etc.
Notre Dame was beating up Clemson on both lines. Like, that was the game plan, to wear them down.
Now, Notre Dame has such a good offensive line and defensive line. It's hard for me to see them getting blown out.
Notre Dame's going to win this one. They have more playmakers on defense, especially a linebacker with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and safety Kyle Hamilton. And on offense, Ian Book has more answers than Trevor Lawrence does. It sounds crazy, but in terms of tight ends and wide receivers that can do more things from more positions, Ian Book has more opportunities to take care of problems that arise. Notre Dame wins this game.
And you can say all you want about the losses that Clemson had defensively. Scolzi and Thomas for the first half. Yeah, Davis and Xavier in the first half. No way you can convince me that freshman played his heart out and play a great game or whatever. Trevor Lawrence would have made that game lopsided. There's no way they would have made it lopsided.
I don't know how much better Clemson gets, frankly, with Trevor outside of just style points. And that matters, but I don't think that they're going to have a better result or get to the point where they're blowing the Irish out.
At the end of the day, this is a Notre Dame team that matches up really well against Clemson. Notre Dame has the better team. I think they're going to win it.
Josh, can I ask you a quick question? Of Clemson's 34 Travis Etienne run over 6 yards. Clemson's 34 total rushing yards. Which was your favorite one, and why was it the negative 14 rushing yards they had in second overtime? Let's go!
The best running back in this game is going to be in a gold helmet. Kyron Williams is going to end up with better stats. I think he's going to run the ball harder.
They could have just iced that game. They could have blown out Clemson in the first game.
It's against the motion. Uyunglele on the roll. And the throw for the touchdown to Davis Allen.
Notre Dame has the potential to just be dominant. I think that this Notre Dame football team is dominant.
This is a more physical kicking Notre Dame football team. They are tougher than Clemson. Period. It's even more drastic. Your defensive line is just tougher than Clemson's offensive line. They're tougher in the trenches. And if they win on those two spots, like they did in South Bend, I don't see any difference.
Notre Dame, I think, has the advantage in both trenches. I think Notre Dame's skill players on offense are better than Clemson's skill players on defense. I just see Notre Dame winning.
E.J. Uyunglele with the pass deep downfield. The shot for Powell is caught at the 20-yard line. So the man of the big plays the last couple of weeks, Cornell Powell, flips the field for the Tigers.
I was trying to say, you're not going to get any yards running the ball.
No.
What they did against Clemson in the running game has nothing to do with Trevor Lawrence. So is Trevor Lawrence going to get you better?
Well, normally he's right. It's hard to be the team twice, except when you're the better team. I honestly think Notre Dame is the better team. I think they're more physical, and I just believe it's their time.
This is a big deal.
This is a huge deal.
This is the elite team, right?
And I want to say real quick, Clemson hadn't lost in 39 regular season games. They had 28 wins against
Saturday.
By the way, love that they had 8 wins versus ACC opponents, and now that streak is broken by a team that's literally only in the ACC for 1 year. I love that. Yes.
Yes! Notre Dame was the tougher team in the trenches. You know, it's not like they're hanging out for dear life and need a miracle to win.
Uyunglele throws, catch and run for Powell through 2, through 3. Hamilton trying to get the ball, he couldn't. Powell still going, powering. What a run by Cornell Powell. First and goal, Clemson at the 3 for the lead. Uyunglele on the give. The run for Etienne into the end zone. And Clemson has come back from down 13 to take the lead in South Bend.
Senior leader, your guy. It's been tough sledding for him all game, but he pounded it in there when they needed
This
it.
notion that Clemson only lost because they were missing people, it sort of rankled the Irish a little bit.
There's no way that they would have wrecked
Let me
them.
spin it like this.
You know?
This game has no caveat. And speaking of the offensive line, dude, they're out there murdering guys. Clemson was beat down. Even as peak Trevor Lawrence out in the field there tonight. They shut that down.
No, I think Notre Dame wins this. The pass and pitches of their Irish is what they do well, which is run the ball, keep the ball, and make sure the tight ends get that thing so that they can stay safe and the ball's not in the hands of Clemson.
I've never wanted anything more in my life than for Notre Dame to win this ACC championship and then throw it in the proverbial Hawaii Bowl storage locker. You know?
No, man, you bolt that thing to the mini hallway for the opposing teams. You just bolt it there and be like, you flatten it up with a steamroller, and then you bolt it to the wall, and it's like, I don't give a you know?
It is over, and the Irish have knocked off #1 Clemson.
Game over. Notre Dame knocks off #1.
They may see each other again in the championship. And in the midst of the pandemic, there is pandemonium in South Bend.
College football's biggest star, Trevor Lawrence, a spectator for that classic due to COVID protocol, brings added fuel for a rematch with much higher stakes. Clemson to Charlotte is a well-worn path past the giant beach. This is all brand new for undefeated Notre Dame. A first ever conference crown to fight for. Can Ian Book match the brilliance from that magic November night in South Bend to beat Clemson for a second time? Welcome to the ACC Football Championship game on ABC. It's Williams, no 65-yard gain here. Clover related, but he will not play in the ballgame. Williams, he loses a couple tackles, but has to work hard to earn a couple of yards. Stopped by Goodrich and Charleston. It's third down.
They are flying and getting after the ball. You see the backside defensive end. The freshman Murphy gets in there behind that counter play, just trying to chase it down, gets his hands on him.
Under center on first down. Williams is met in the backfield and will be dropped for a big loss. Instant penetration there, and then Malcolm Green was able to clean it up.
They did. They brought pressure right from the outside and kind of did a good job of disguising it. Green gets in there. Nobody's able to detect that early enough, and that's what blew the play up.
Tigers bring pressure this time. They pick it up, and Book has time for a moment, but then James Skalski, the man who could not play, injured the first time, drops Book for a loss.
Skalski they bring the blitz with Turner from the outside here, Skalski here, and it's really good coverage downfield.
4-15. Irish twist, come after him. The throw is on target and caught by E.J. Williams, and the freshman has a first down before Lewis tackled him. Lawrence took a look at Etienne, but it's a keeper behind blockers. Breaks the tackle, and the big, long-legged quarterback finally stopped by Hamilton. A flag comes in at the tackle.
As we talked about in the open, this is a different offense with Trevor Lawrence in there, not just throwing, but you've got to account for his legs.
Delayed handoff to Williams. He tests the middle and gained just a couple. Cash in, or they'd be forced to settle for three. Williams trapped behind the line. Both teams kicked a lot of field goals in the first meeting. This is an important moment early in the game. The interception back to work from the 20. He keeps the football. He's got some space. He's got deceptive speed. Every team that faces him says that. Long field goal. Lawrence to throw on first down. And we'll take a shot. Wide open is Rodgers, and he's gone. Just like that, Clemson takes the lead. It's Sean Crawford, the safety. Tough matchup.
Very tough matchup with Amari Rodgers. He's known as a guy that can make plays underneath and shake tackles because of his balance and lower body strength. But it gives you an idea of his versatility and what he can do.
67-yard strike and the 7th touchdown for Rodgers. They said, we got to get Amari in space. That was Tony Elliott's plan. They got him in space that time.
Yeah, it's a switch release to get him one-on-one. He's going to work underneath, and you'll see the switch. And watch Crawford, who's a former corner, who has ability, but kind of gets caught up. He gets off to a slow start because of that switch. Now he's playing catch-up, and you can see Amari Rodgers has great speed now that he's fully recovered from that ACL. There's a great look at it.
As I saw it all the way. Williams direct snap, bit of a wrinkle. He is slammed down hard by Skalski, who lets him know about it. Number 47, motivated this afternoon and a smile after the play.
But he's the guy. I mean, he missed this game. It really affected him personally to be able to not be there with his guys. Everybody talked about Trevor Lawrence not playing in that game. But I think it was really James Skalski. I mean, he's a crazy man. He's a middle linebacker.
Snaps in the last game against Virginia Tech, but has had 2 more weeks to heal up. Williams picks his way to the 31.
I say that that's a compliment.
I know it is.
He's a crazy man, as in he's a middle linebacker. You know, I mean, he's a throwback, a guy that likes contact. But as I said, he plays such a pivotal role in being able to recognize things. Look at his eyes, almost like a Mike Singletary, being able to see something, dissect it, get people lined up. He likes to come on third down. There he comes.
They bring the pressure. Williams runs right into the blitz, tries to bounce off and make something happen, and is fortunate to fall forward for a couple of yards. Skalski eventually knocked him down.
And right on cue, right? I mean, he timed up his blitz perfectly right here.
This has found some rhythm in the pass game now. Lawrence on a keeper, gets around the edge. He ran away from Owusu Koromoa, who finally tracks him down, but he picked up 8. Lawrence has to escape, does, and avoids the sack. Instead, it's a 5-yard first down gain.
Tagovailoa Amosa is in there. He's got a chance to bring him down. He just can't bring him down.
4-man rush. Lawrence steps up, delivers across the middle, and wide open is Williams. Williams headed to the end zone, and the Tigers stretch the lead as the freshman scores his second touchdown of the season.
Davis Allen takes Kyle Hamilton right down the middle of the field, and by clearing him out, watch him go here, and watch what happens to the middle of the field. Kyle Hamilton, an All-American type of safety, sees the tight end going deep. He goes with him. Trevor's able to buy a little time, and there's the opening over the middle of the field. It took some time. He needed this to scramble. By Hamilton getting deep, opens up, and Trevor Lawrence again recognizes it, throws it accurately, and another touchdown.
2nd and 1. Book wants to take a shot and not take a sack. Look out. He's being chased, and he will be sacked by K.J. Henry off the edge, the unheralded defensive end.
That's good coverage downfield. They take everybody away. And remember what I talked about? Try to keep him in that box, in the pocket. Don't let him get outside. You can see they're not in a hurry to get upfield. They're just trying to keep him squeezed in. And then eventually Henry, with the great coverage downfield, comes off with a block to make the sack.
40-plus sacks for this Venables defense. Bucks trying to avoid another sack here. Can he escape? He's going to be spun down for another loss. That was Darian Kendrick who brought pressure off the corner, and the Irish will punt for the first time.
But there's just nobody open downfield. They're twisting and trying to affect the communication of the offensive line, but really there's a snap again, kind of gets him off balance, but he's okay. But look in the backfield. If he got rid of it right away, he had a shot to the right of Skoranek, but he didn't see him. Then he still goes into that scramble drill, and Clemson a good job, again, of bottling him up.
Williams picked up the block beautifully when they blitzed the first time. He whiffed on that block, and it cost them. Lawrence rolls on first down and fires. This passing game is in rhythm. It's Rodgers with the catch, and they move the sticks.
Lose some of their aggressiveness.
Option look. Lawrence keeps it, makes a cut, slides down wisely. Another first down in Notre Dame territory.
Little speed option. It looked like Notre Dame had some penetration, but he's able to get around that. It's like Cross got in there right there, but see his speed.
Looking to throw on first down, clean pocket, delivers, open man, catch made, and who else? It's Rodgers who's becoming a serious problem for Crawford over there.
Well, that's where the arm strength comes into play. It's nice to have a quarterback that go to the field and make this throw.
Final ACC championship game. Etienne knocked down. That's been his best run today. They move the sticks again. First down to the 12.
Boy, Tony Elliott is feeling pretty good with this offense.
B.T. Potter, solid at kicker, 16 of 21 this year. 27, no problem with his chip shot. And the Tigers tack on 3, stretch the lead to 14. They haven't gotten the running game going here. This is Sibo Clemister. Had just 1 carry in that opening game, and the Tigers are all over him. Tyler Davis on the stop.
Remember, Tyler Davis did not play in the game when they went to South Bend. This is all about getting your defense slanting. That's doing a good job of scouting an offense. They're on the hash into the boundary. You're going to slant and angle the defensive line into that boundary for Clemson.
That's just pure power. Lugg couldn't handle him. Now Book. Again, scanning the field. Nobody to throw to. Excellent coverage again. It's a run. Etienne. And he'll move the sticks And Trevor's starting to get loose a little bit. He's after the 30.
You know who gets out in front? He hands it off out here, and then Trevor Lawrence is going to get out in front of Travis Etienne. You think this play might go backside, but instead, he's a lead blocker.
Etienne does get the first out, and he gets Trevor to the 48. Over the middle, Etienne dragged out. I agree. I think they were playing poker early in the drive. Got to make the yard here from the shotgun. Etienne will make the first down and breaks free. Forget the first down. He's got a touchdown. And the Tigers pouring it on. You figured, Kurt, today he might remind everybody how great he is after being bottled up in that game in South Bend.
No doubt about it. It was just a matter of him getting his opportunities, and here on a 4th and short, he gets out, he stretches that Notre Dame defense, and then hits the accelerator and gets upfield to the end zone. Picks up a couple good blocks that helped him out.
88-yard drive. They were set back by the penalty. They did 10 plays. Notre Dame scored first. Clemson has scored 24 straight now.
He and Book in the running game going, the combination of the two get back to their rhythm that they had in the first 3 possessions.
This is Etienne, who had the touchdown at the half, and he's loose on the kickoff return. Wow. Door, the kicker, lowered the shoulder. Tough play, but he got run over by number 9.
Yeah, they're going to show it in super slow-mo. I mean, he accelerated through him.
Seems to be okay as the Tigers begin from the 40 and pitch it to Rodgers quickly, and he darts for about 9. Pop pass. Davis on the end around, just knocked down immediately by Nolan Turner, the veteran safety.
Boy, Mike Jones, really good job. He took on 2 blockers that time.
Clemson Tigers, who got injured on defense late in that game, wasn't out there for the overtime. And now Book running for his life, chased by Henry, who shows his speed and knocks the quarterback out right near the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long.
Brazil 11 does a nice little spin move. Watch him. And again, they're showing pressure. They back out of it. Brazil, a little spin move, gets enough of pressure on Book to force him out. And look at, again, the coverage downfield has been lethal combination.
They bring pressure, and Book will be swarmed at the 5. Fast and furious. Venables dials up the blitz. That was Miles Murphy and a host of white jerseys.
Yeah, Murphy gets it, but again, it's the pressure. They're showing 3 and dropping 8. They're blitzing. They just continue to affect the offensive line and the communication. Blitz here, 98 ends up, you see, big offensive lineman Kramer, Tommy Kramer went down, which freed up Murphy to get in there.
18. Lawrence delay, but it's a designed run. He weaves his way through heavy traffic and is wrestled down, well aware of his ability to do that. And pocket collapsing. Look again on the run, looking around, trying to make a magic play, create some time and space for himself. Can he escape? Yes. Can he make the first down? No. And a flag comes in very late. Malcolm Green in on the play. It was fun, but
well, I think
it's going to work out.
I don't know if they're going to call it, but Skoranek hit a defenseless player, Landon Sanders.
Loop downfield, and a circus one-handed catch is made by E.J. Williams, flashing the potential. It's true freshman.
It's true freshman on true freshman. Lewis just made that tackle, and now he's one-on-one in coverage against the length of E.J. Williams, who goes up and shows you what he's capable of doing, what a future he has. And really, with all the injuries to these receivers this year, with Ladson down, Nagata down, Justin Ross down, E.J. Williams has been one that's really had to step up.
Knock that nonsense off. Use 2 hands now. Just, hey, if you can do it. Oh, boy. Etienne galloping into the secondary, down to the Notre Dame 41. And Clemson really has this Irish defense on the back heels now.
Watch the backer come here. Watch how he is picked up. Gives him a nice crease. Leofow, the backer, blitzing. Guard does a nice job of getting up to him there. Matt Bockhorst.
Typical NFL linebacker right now. Fast, athletic. Pitch on the edge. Travis lowers the shoulder.
And it's been about him this year.
Here's Lawrence for the keeper, in the clear. Lawrence heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Got one hand on the trophy now. I meant the ACC trophy, but the Heisman trophy maybe too, as he's having a night.
We knew his legs would be a factor in this game, and the way it's played out, they've been a major factor along with Etienne. That's 10 carries now, averaging 8 yards a carry.
You knew he'd run the ball more and run it well, and he has. And Lawrence, touchdown run to go with his 2 touchdown passes.
They give action this way, and then it's just simple, a quarterback counter following 84. Davis Allen, Bockhorst as well, that just opened up, but really good blocking and execution by the offensive line on the quarterback counter.
Well, again, nobody to throw to. How many times has he had to survey the field and then just throw it away? Looks like a sack.
Dropping a safety down. That's exactly what they were looking at.
They call that free access. Cornell Powell, quiet night. It's been Williams who stepped up, makes that catch, and they will move the sticks. The other New Year's Six bowls as well. On the slant. Catch is made, and Williams is knocked down immediately.
And when this offense is going
off an injury, still rusty, hasn't really contributed much. Lawrence finally just dumps it down. That's Galloway, the tight end. And he's out near midfield, knocked down. A little awkward, but it worked.
Well, with Carmen out there, I mean, I think it didn't necessarily look pretty, but watch the left tackle get out in front. Trevor Lawrence is looking, he's kind of the threat of the run, and then he just kind of checks it down.
Back, I'm not sure that he did, but no flag, and looking to throw on first down. Trevor escapes, he's got room. And stretches for a 9-yard game on the scramble. Griffith on the tackle.
I thought Leofau might have a chance to get in there. Travis Etienne, and you also saw Davis Allen step up. He was kind of in an H-back spot. Does a good job of clipping just enough of his shoulder. And Trevor Lawrence.
Exactly. Flips it in the flat. And Malusi making like Etienne, taking a check down or a big gain down inside the 25.
Blitz your backers, and you don't get to the quarterback, there's nobody left there. And we're used to seeing Travis Etienne, but
Walker Parks, the freshman lineman there,
getting down.
Knocked the guy off his cleats downfield. Wow. And makes it 34-3. Book, for once, has time for the pocket, launches down into heavy coverage, and it's broken up by Fred Davis, true freshman corner. McKinley has just not been a weapon at all tonight for the Irish. Extremely deserving. And Lawrence backpedaling and just flips it. And that's Powell running free. Took him a long time to make a big play.
Right here, he's working. It's like a fadeaway jumper. And look for the accuracy of the ball.
That's a great analogy.
It's too good to be true.
Fadeaway swish.
All net from 3.
Actually avoided the contact too. Backpedaled quickly enough. 2 pass rushers on the ground. Successful career. Hopes to play a couple more games as a Fighting Irish player. Downfield play is broken up nicely. Fred Davis, the freshman there, lets everybody know. Clemson has won what they call the competitive plays. You're right. Davis and McKinley have been non-factors. Book has been chased all night, and he'll be sacked again. That's the 6th sack. Trent Simpson got him that time.
Simpson has such a future, a true freshman. He's an outside linebacker, but they put him down, let him get off the edge as a defensive end in obvious passing situations. He's lined up right here. In the Notre Dame game, he was downfield in man-to-man coverage. He does really a bunch of different things.
It'll feel okay.
Uh-oh, incoming. He's had a few of these. You'd think he'd have his head on a swivel.
Still hit him with a bucket.
Yeah.
Well, even in a surreal season in the ACC, the song remains the same. Clemson's Tigers are the Kings. We'll have a trophy tonight. Don't know if they still have a pizza party waiting the playoff bid. It's a lock.
Man, it's just a great moment. This team, just been through a lot this year. Obviously, everything going on, the ups and downs, and just to see how steady we've been. Just kept coming back to work every day, and just goes to show how much better you can get throughout the year. And it's the most important thing is who's playing well at the end of the year. And we've gotten so much better. Really, just proud of this team. Just a great overall win. Obviously, everything kind of went how we expected it to go, so it was awesome.
Unbelievable. I mean, this is. I told we've had a lot of great teams, but I told these guys, of all the teams I've had, this team deserved it the most. Unbelievable, uncharted waters that we've navigated this year. Unbelievable leadership, and just super proud of them. I've never had a team that deserved it more, and to see them play the way they did tonight and finish the job, 6 in a row, 10 wins. 10 wins in this year. Every year 10 wins is hard to do, but in this year it's almost miraculous. And hats off to our staff and our team. Unbelievable job. We had a great game in South Bend, and stormed the field and all that stuff. And I told the guys in the locker room, look, no trophy was handed out tonight, and they're gonna hand that out in Charlotte. And when we get to Charlotte, we'll be on the field. We'll get the trophy. So they've had a great year. But tonight, it was all about the Clemson Tigers. It's all about this group right here. And, man, just thankful to the good Lord to have the opportunity. Just grateful that we played this year, and grateful that I've got a staff and a group of young people that love each other and are committed to excellence in everything we do. We had 72 guys, most we've ever had in school history, make a 3.0 this fall in the midst of this time. So that's the type of excellence that you've seen right here behind me.
Legendary. That's gonna be great.